Wait, do I say hi or just say my name? I'm Autumn Jaisen, and I'm from Kaufman, Texas. I'm a student at Texas State University, and I've been going to the Heart for about 1.5 years, 2 years now. I've grown up in church my whole life, so whenever the buckets would come around, it was more fun. Like, my mom would give me $1 and I'd put it in the bucket, and it was a great time. So tithe and offering is something my parents have done and shown me my whole life. So it was just kind of normal. But for myself personally, it wasn't as easy. And I don't know if it is easy for my parents, but I mean, there's no questions asked. They write their tithe and they give it, and like, that's just what I've seen them do my whole life. So whenever my parents asked me like, hey, are you doing your tithe? I was just like, no. And it wasn't anything, they weren't pressuring me. They weren't like, this is the exact percentage you need to be giving and stuff like that. It was just like, well, I think that you'll see a lot of change in your life once you start giving, and it's out of somewhere in your heart that those are like your pure intentions are to give. And it's not because you have to give, but it's because sometimes in your spiritual walk, you need a little bit of a challenge. Instead of just reading your Bible or saying your prayers, doing something financially is a big difference. So the reason that I do it is more of, I would say it's more of a trust process for like me and my personal relationship with God. It's more of like, I'm trusting you with the money that I make to do whatever. I mean, sometimes I can be blessed with that, and sometimes that money does come back to me and it's a blessing. But there's other times where you can potentially plant a seed in someone else's life to see them be able to do things that they might not have been able to do if I wasn't to consistently give. So I think throughout this process of giving, because mine honestly hasn't been that long for myself, I have learned a lot from it. There are times when you want to be a blessing to others, and I feel like this is one of the ways that I can do that without thinking through all the details and like, how can I help this person? And I feel like throughout my process of giving that there have been times where I've been blessed, but there's also times where you can be a blessing to others and plant that seed in their life. It's also been a way for me to be able to see other people be blessed. And so that's kind of a big deal for me.